Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in to another video. So this is my 24-week pregnancy update. Baby is measuring around 34 or 35 centimetres long now, so that's from their head to their feet, which is pretty long. That's over a foot long, which is quite amazing to think that somehow that is fitting inside of me. Obviously baby's still curled up and it still needs to put on a lot more fat yet, so it's not that chubby yet. But yeah, it's growing well. My bump is obviously growing along with it, so that is incredible. And at around this stage their skin is getting more opaque. So previously it's been a bit translucent, but now that's going, so it's going to start looking like proper skin. I've actually seen some photos of babies being born around this stage on my Facebook groups, and they do look quite red, but it's just amazing kind of how big that they are, how developed they look. Obviously they will have a long journey ahead of them, but yeah, it's just kind of been amazing for me to see that and think, gosh, that is kind of what the baby must look like inside of me. So on to me. So this week I had my midwife appointment. Usually I think you're meant to have it at 25 weeks, but they kind of mucked up my dates. Well, didn't muck it up, but they always thought I was a week further than I was. So I thought that she might weigh me actually, because as I said in my last video, I've been dying to know how much weight I've put on, just being curious. But apparently they don't really do that. I don't know if some midwives do, but a lot of people have said no, they don't weigh you. So that was a shame, but she did measure the bump, so she measured it from from the top here to the top of the pubic bone, and she basically said it doesn't necessarily matter how big you are now, but what they will look out for is the growth. So that was cool. So that's kind of the first growth measurement that I've had taken, and then I had to take my wee sample as usual. She took my blood pressure. My next one is the 28-week appointment. So that's only in a few weeks' time. So it does kind of step up a gear. I think the closer to your due date that you get, the appointments get more regular. So more kind of medical things. I've had my flu jab and I wanted to have that because I believe that it obviously it protects you, and if a pregnant woman gets a high temperature or a fever, it can be quite dangerous for the baby apparently. But I also read that I think it protects the baby for a little bit once they're born. But don't take my word for it, but I'm sure that I saw that as well. So I've had the flu jab, and I'm also going to have the whooping cough vaccination, and you can have that for each pregnancy, so you can carry on having it. But basically the purpose of it is that it protects the baby, because whooping cough is obviously nasty. I have been feeling the baby move more and more, and it kind of keeps moving like side to side. Sometimes I feel it there and then it's there, and I never know if it's turning round or if it's a kick or if it's an arm. I don't know, maybe as the baby gets bigger I might be able to identify what the movements are, and obviously at the end you can actually see it, can't you? But at the moment it kind of, my belly just moves a bit. But yeah, that's been really nice, and I am still a bit worried about it. My midwife talked to me about, you know, looking out for the pattern of movements, and as soon as anything changes or the movements are less, then to call them immediately. So other symptoms that I've noticed more and more is that I am getting more gassy, and by that I mean burping quite a lot, and it's not really something that I can control, and I mean, it seems like they can just be like small, but I will just have a lot of them. And I'm also going for a wee pretty much every single night now. I went to an antenatal class, a physio one, a few weeks ago. I can't remember if I mentioned it on here. She'd asked about our bladders, and somebody said, I think they were quite far along in their pregnancy, she said that she goes to the toilet about 6 times a night. I just thought, oh my god, that must be awful. So I don't know whether I'll get to that stage. I'm not sure. At the moment it is just once a night. I'm sleeping fairly well. Other than that, it might take me a while to drop off back to sleep. But I think that's just, you know, when you wake up and you think, oh, like what time is it and how long have I got to go until my alarm goes off? It's a bit annoying, but it's not too bad. And so the other exciting news, it's not that exciting, but it is for me, is that we actually finally went shopping, like properly. And the big thing is that we bought a car seat. So previously we were both really worried about buying a car seat. Basically my car is very small, very old. I think it's 20 years old. So we weren't sure if a car seat would fit. But anyway, the seat belt fitted round okay. He said the car seats had good contact with the seat, which is good because my seats are very shallow in depth. However, the problem was the angle. So every car seat, if you look at it, it is actually, some are obviously very flat and some are kind of more angled. And what I didn't know is that he measured the angle of the car seat, and he said if the baby is more than 45 degree, the car seat would be a fail, because obviously they can't, if babies are at the wrong angle, their chin will go like that and they won't be able to breathe properly, basically. So it's quite a big thing. But luckily he tried two, the angle was wrong, they were like 50 something, but then luckily one out of the three was okay, and so we were just like, quick, let's buy it, let's just get the thing. Definitely go somewhere to get the car seat fitted and checked properly. So anyway, I think that is everything. So I've told you how I've been feeling, which is okay. Still a bit worried about movements, but I'm feeling alright. My bump is definitely growing, which is all good. So I will show you that, and then that will be the end. Okay, so here is my bump. I've got a little pinafore on, so hopefully you can see that. And that's it from that side. So it is definitely getting bigger. So yes, that's everything. And in case you're wondering, this pinafore isn't maternity, it's actually from Primark, and it is my usual size. I tried on a size up because I thought that's what I would need, but I still had way too much room. It probably wouldn't fit me for that much longer maybe, but it's fine. I just wanted to wear it now, so that's fine. And I've got on maternity leggings from New Look, which are really good actually. They're pretty comfortable. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will be sure to update you next week as well. And if you did enjoy this video, then please press the thumbs up, because that always means a lot to me, and let me know what you enjoyed in this video and maybe what you want to see more of as well in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, because I'd love to have you here on my channel. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.